Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, today is the 9th of July, and this is my take two. I actually made a video last night, and it was too long, so I'm doing another one. And it's a good thing because actually last night I was really kind of, I guess, mentally tired, and I kind of sounded like I was drained, and so I have some renewed strength. I got a little bit of sleep, well, I guess probably enough for right now, and I decided to make a video last night because I wanted to say something about everything that's going on across the country, especially more recently in Baton Rouge and in Minnesota with the recent killings of the two young gentlemen, and for sure, um, thoughts and prayers for the loss of life and for their families. And I don't know if you're watching this, if you've seen the videos, they're pretty graphic, and we've seen so many of those videos that you know, it just gets to a place where you just, whether you choose to be, involved or not, you have to be paying attention to what's going on. And if you choose not to do or say anything, or at least have the dialogue or the conversation about why this is happening, then I suppose that's fine. Each of us have our own positions and purposes and parts or positions that we play in life, and roles in our families, in the community, and just period. And you just have to do whatever it is that you can do if you feel the need to do anything. And for me, last night especially, I felt frustrated because there's been a long time since I have felt moved and or been actively involved, or even in a strong emotional or even spiritual um, way to even deal with the world. And that's not necessarily a cop out. I just copped out, and I had once been, I guess you would say, involved. I'm not a politician. I'm not a really even. I don't know a whole lot about how government runs and about politics. I occasionally watch what's going on CNN or CNBC or MSNBC, and I um, try to be aware. I've always been somebody who was really passionate about voting and about getting out the vote. And so that's where I've always taken my position with any chance or opportunity I got to encourage people to vote, I would. And I got to a place where um, the understanding of the mistrust of the government or the system by the people, based on what I was hearing from people in my own community and people from other communities that I was able to have an opportunity to be in and be a part of, and get to ask questions that were relevant to um, you know the elections, and why some of us choose not to take part. Where's my vote going? What does it really do? What is it gonna do? Things are just never gonna change, and there's a lot of discouraged voters, people who have um, felons or people who feel like that their vote doesn't matter anyway. And we learned that regardless of what your past is, whether you've been to prison or whatever it is, that your past holds, that we each have our rights, and that there are ways um, to make sure that you can exercise your right to vote. So I'm not going to go too deep into that, because that's one thing. But I'm grateful that at this point, today, July 9, 2016, that I'm feeling a lot more awake and aware of what's going on around me, and to know that, to feel like I want to do something, whether it's just to have these videos or to have a conversation with people who need to talk and understand why things are the way they are today, and why things have gotten to the point to where we have people who are just afraid. And I think that that's what a lot of this comes out of, the preconditioned um, fear that we have of skin color, of just being ignorant to who each of us are, and why we are we're all in the same uh, space and time, and can't give the same or the equal respect when it comes to how we live our lives and our lifestyles. And even with myself, learning some things about myself to be more aware and not be so um, your mind has to open up and be receptive and understand that this world is such a, a big place, but it's really small. And we have more like in being human than we do when it comes to the differences that we have in our ethnicities, or our lifestyles. So anyway, I wanted to say something, and so this is what I'm doing right now. And I am, my thing to do, I think, is to read and to be more aware of be knowledgeable, and to be more aware of laws, and just to know some stuff. And this is the first thing that I'm going to, I was going to try to read last night, but I was so sleepy that I guess today is going to be part of my to-do list. But it's the Monahan report, and it's the case for national action, the Negro family. This is just the first page, and I've had this for over a year, and I have books that I hold on to that I don't read. And so that's my thing, is that reading is fundamental for real, with lots of things. And so this is my start to read and to know. And um, anyway, I hope everybody's well, and I'm praying for us. I'm praying for the nation. And please stay tuned and stay aware and be safe. And much love. And I pray that we all have a beautiful weekend this weekend. And I will be staying connected. And I'm out. Peace.